Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another tutorial on Mixcraft 8. I'm starting a series on how to use Mixcraft. This will be episode 1, and I'm just going to teach you how to simply set up to record a song. So what you're going to want to do is open up your Mixcraft recording studio. So then you'll be presented with this screen. If you're going to be recording rap music, or I guess this works for any genre of music, you definitely want to bump up your audio tracks. I like to do 20 because I don't even know what the default is, but it's not enough to work with. So from here, you're just going to select OK. From here, you're going to want to import a beat. So what you're going to want to do is double click on your track to import the beat. And I'm just going to go with this one right here and bring it in. Great. So also the producer for this is Laptop Boy, I think, and I'm going to try to put the link to this beat in the description just because I'm using this as the example. So if you're recording with a USB microphone, first thing you're going to want to do after importing the beat is go to File and Preferences. Come to default recording device. You're going to want to change it to your USB microphone. Same thing if your USB microphone supports headphones being plugged into it, definitely change it to that. If not, just keep it on the whatever audio output device you're using. So I'm gonna leave it like that. After setting up your recording device, you're gonna want to come to your second track here, click ARM, and then select your recording device. Make sure you're selected in stereo. Now it's time to get your levels. Your levels are important because if you don't have proper levels, you're going to have very distorted audio if it's either clipping too high or if it's either too low and you try to put too much gain on it in the post edit. For this, it's good to record at this moment. To record, you're going to want to press R, or you can click on this red circle here. I'm going to mute that track so you can hear me while I talk. So you're going to want to perform your vocals exactly how you would do it if you were actually recording, and you're going to want to adjust it accordingly. So those vocals look a little low, so I'm going to drag this arm bar up right here to, let's say, around 70%. You can see in these sound waves right here, it's not clipping, which is good. You want that. You don't want it to you don't want the waves to hit the top, and I'll show you what clipping looks like if I drag this all the way up. See how the gain's too high and it's filling the entire thing up. If I ran that audio back, it's not going to sound very good, and it's going to sound very distorted. It's also hard to work with while mixing because there's not much wiggle room in between the frequencies. So I say around 60 is a good place for me to sit with my vocals. I'm going to play this back for you to show you what clipping audio sounds like. If I ran that audio back, it's not going to sound very good, and it's going to sound very distorted. As you can see, that sounds a lot different from this. Sound waves right here. It's not clipping, which is good. You want that. You don't want it to... I could crank this all the way up, and it won't sound bad. You don't want the waves to hit the top, and I'll show you what clipping looks like if I drag this all the way up. See how the gain's too... And as you can see, it doesn't sound very good. So that's how you get your levels. Now moving on to the actual recording portion, it's always good to get a few different layers of your vocals. So I like to record in 3 groups. So what I'll do for this is I'll just record and I'll run through the verse. I'll keep going, and then when I'm done, I'll stop it. And I like to move it down out of the way so I don't have to keep adding, adding a new microphone to the arm, and it just makes it a lot simpler. So then I'll run it back. I'm just gonna mute that and then record again, go over it, the same thing, just adding layers to my voice, and then move that down, go back again, same thing, adding a new layer. And you can do this however many times you want. Usually you don't need it to be more than 3, depending on the effect you would like, but definitely I definitely would layer it with at least 2. Okay, so now let's say you have finished all your recording process, and you're ready to export it. So what you want to do is come over to here, File, mixed down to MP3. Now all you have to do is type in a file name, hit OK, and it'll start exporting your file, and it'll automatically open up when it's done. So if you like this tutorial or you thought it was helpful, please leave a like. If you want more Mixcraft videos, please be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.